Currently, the temperature is 34 degrees with rain and snow. The forecast for your area. Your extended forecast.
I'm Chris Warren, just outside of Philadelphia, where the snow has been coming down for a few hours, and we're just getting started with this latest round of the series of winter storms. I'll have more to report coming up.
And I'm Julie Martin outside Newark Airport in New Jersey. The snow now starting to come down here as well as it is in Philly, and we're just getting started. Also 10 to 15 inches could be in the forecast before it's all said and done. A live report also coming up.
And like that, it's live in Vancouver, where thick fog caused some serious controversy out on the slopes. That story and a lot more as your weather today continues right now.
Well, good morning. Thanks for staying with us on Your Weather Today. I'm Stephanie Abrams, and if you're just joining us, it is now 30 past the hour. We are tracking a beast in the Northeast this morning.
We have snow, we have rain, we have wind. We're going to talk about all of it. I'm Jen Carfagno in for Mike Bettis while he's in Canada. And coming up in a live report, he'll have the updated medal count and how fog caused some drama at the Winter Games. But first, let's go live to Philadelphia.
That's right. That's where schools are shut down this morning ahead of this storm. And Chris Warren is joining us from a salting area there. And Chris, I was just looking at the forecast. I think the one good thing about this system is that it's never going to get brutally cold. Our temperatures, our overnight lows seem to be right around freezing. Our highs are in the upper 30s and lower 40s.
Yeah, so that's the good news, and you know, it doesn't feel terribly cold. Every once in a while, a little bit of wind will kick up, and you can feel it get a little bit colder. But yeah, it doesn't feel again terribly cold. And the snow, though, is going to be coming down heavy enough that it will start to stick and it will accumulate. That we're outside of a salt barn here, where trucks have been coming by and loading up and heading out. That's one concern, the heavy snow. The other concern, the wind, as winds pick up later, and the potential for having some power lines come down. Now, we spoke earlier, just a little bit ago, with the Petco, the Philadelphia Electric Company, and they say they are now in the emergency response mode. They started their plans yesterday. Crews are on call, you know, in anticipation of this storm, where we're starting to see, you know, that snow, and now the next will be the wind. But so far, they are in sort of that wait and see mode, and we'll, you know, kind of just have to wait and see if anything comes down, you know, with the winds that we are expecting later on today and tonight. So that's the big threat with the wind will be the potential for seeing the power lines come down. The other thing with that, if we do get some power lines down, the crews that are coming through here might not be able to access some roads, so that could make some of the roads even worse. So that's the situation that we're going to be watching for. Again, just outside of Philadelphia, several inches of snow expected. The 4th major storm this season. Back to you.
Yeah, and 3 of those are in the top 10 biggest storms of all time for Philadelphia. Chris Warren, we certainly appreciate it. 75-minute delays there at Philadelphia Airport. What do you say we head to Newark, where this girl just got really excited when she saw Julie Martin's picture?
Well, we just saw a little clip of you, Julie, and it's changed over to snow there this morning. Snow always more exciting than rain. For travelers, I'm not sure if that means more delays or less in terms of de-icing there.
Yeah, you know, it is just now finally turning over to snow, but boy, we have a long way to go, guys. By the time it's all said and done, we're talking about possibly 10 to 15 inches of snow here in Newark. We could be snow central in this next system, but today we're just getting started. Things will continue to intensify this afternoon. We're looking at 4 to 6 this afternoon, and then another several inches tonight. All right, some of the airlines already being pretty proactive about this. Delta, of course, encouraging passengers to check their website and check for those travel vouchers there. AirTran is allowing changes for travel here in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. United also, I can tell you Continental, which has a hub here in Newark, also doing the same. So while we're not seeing those pre-canceled flights as we've seen in the past in some of the southern cities, airlines are encouraging people, go ahead, reschedule your flights if you have that opportunity. We're not going to charge you for it, Steph. And you travel enough to know that it's probably a good idea.
Oh, yes, absolutely, Julie. We certainly appreciate that. Let's have a look at our forecast here for the rest of the Northeast. And essentially, this system is just going to hang around the Northeast. It wants to be your friend. It likes you. You know, when someone likes you, they just hang around and don't ever leave. That's what this is going to do. Maybe it's the annoying in-laws to you, whatever it may be. Low pressure sticks around Thursday as we head into our Friday forecast. And you know what? Even more snow, actually, as we head into our Saturday. Jen?
All right, well, let's look at the Midwest, Steph, because you know what? We are going to have all the leftovers of the Northeast here. Those folks hanging around for you in the Midwest are going to give us the leftovers, and it's the cold air and the moisture that's going to give us some pretty decent snowfall in parts of the Midwest. Right now, it's the cold, 19 degrees in Chicago. We're 21 in Detroit. Very light snow showers here, still around the lakes. Cleveland is the one spot we really need to watch today, because throughout the weekend, we're going to end up with more than a foot of new snowfall here. Temperatures are not going to be moving. We stay in the 20s. We are below average. We're going to stay below average all weekend. In terms of new snow, it's coming off the lakes. Yesterday, Chicago, we got it. Not today, Chicago, but today coming off of Lake Michigan, extending all the way down into northern Indiana. And if you're traveling the Ohio Turnpike, get ready. Already, the road crews are out this morning. Cleveland, 27 degrees with snow showers continuing right through today and picking up by this evening. The winds here are going to be a factor too. Steph?
Let's check in with Mike Bettis, who's live in Vancouver for the Winter Games. And Mike, a whole lot of drama coming out of the Couve from yesterday.
You better believe it. Yesterday, it was fog the issue on the women's giant slalom. The main topic of conversation, Lindsey Vonn crashing, breaking a finger. Julie Mancuso's run significantly disrupted because of that. But could they run again this morning at 9:30 when they're scheduled to? Fog could be another issue. That plus the big story of the day today, that could be Canada-U.S. women's hockey gold medal game.
Trouble never sleeps, but sometimes